Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. Where is the value? Episode 2, I guess, since I renamed this. So, going to show you where you can spend if you choose to spend on this game in this event, where the discounts are, where's the value. Going to tell you, like, straight up, the value's kind of just in cumulative awards in this one. There's nothing really new, which is awesome for everybody who's not a massive coiner and thinks they're falling behind. So, people are going to buy the normal regular things and continue to pull ahead of you, but you won't notice it as much because you're not going to be like, oh wow, look at that shiny new dragon they bought. There's no dragon, there's no spiritual beast, there is a champion, but you're just going to get that from cumulative spending in the cake. And there's nothing new like blazons or military tactics in here or the fountain buff. So there's nothing where you're going to be like, oh wow, there's this new unlocked paywall thing. So first, let's go to the obvious thing all the way over here, the King's Party. There is something really big we have to talk about. So actually two things. So first, there is a lot of resource in here now. So there's like 8 billion of each resource or something. So there's 60 million there, 800 million there, and then 200 million, 350 million, 1.8 billion each, 3.6 billion each, and then it drops down to 800 million, back up to 1.6 billion and 1.6 billion. So there is massive resource in here now. So if you're caking, if you're spending on here, maybe you want to get to the next level for that extra little bit. I don't know, up to you. Now, also, if you are spending, this is the key level. You got to get to cake 5 because you want that champion. Okay, so you're going to want the champion. Everybody wants them. My theory on champions is I ain't even done the champions I got, so why do I need more champions? But you do get quicker, easier buffs, right? You get the champion at level 1, and they keep going, and you could play my game, which has not worked out well. So I wouldn't advise it, but I'm basically waiting and just hoping they move some of the other champions into the free section in the event, and then you could cash in. So this is the big change. So there are robes and stuff here available at level 8, but this is the first time ever they moved a new one to level 10. Usually the new one was always available in level 8. So that's pissed some people off. Some people have said, like, now I don't know what to do. Like, I was the 8 caker. Like, that's what I would do. I would cake 8, once a month, and then I would Suli's treasure it once a month. So now they have to decide, is the Suli's treasure twice a month more important, or do they want a cake once a month? So that's going to be a difficult decision for some people. So this thing is greatly improved. In here, there's really nothing. There's nothing. Like, here's the Suli's wishing pool. So this is what I was talking about. You spend enough money, you get these coins. You got to get 125,000 gems for all chances. And then you get all these rewards. We all know what these are. They're great. But here's the big finisher, right? Up here, if you do finish, you get all this stuff. And this stuff is awesome. Lots and lots of extra bonus stuff. So that's the decision for people now. Some people like to coin just up to this level. And that's fine. Then there's nothing changed for you. That's what you should continue to do. In here, there's nothing new, nothing special that you can pick. There's this one, you can pick some stuff in there. And then this, you can play the lottery and try to get this one, try to get the officer chest. I personally, I don't like buying items that are lock. You could do it. It's very low odds that you get that chest instead of the other one. So let's get into other stuff where, we can actually talk about some stuff. So in here, nothing. And then, actually, one thing I just want to point out, I pointed out in today's video, was here, there is nothing new in the ideal land except for this, which is regular size of everything else, and there's no reason to really get it. Let's go into the main event here, and most of your rewards are going to come from just, you don't normally win this sort of stuff when coining, and now you're going to. And then if you get to the final level, which if you're spending a decent amount, you will. So all this stuff isn't like anything big, but it just adds up on top of each other. Obviously this, but like, why even talk about this? Because you're not going to win it unless you're really coining. And if you're really coining, you ain't listening to anything I'm saying because you're just pressing spend. So most people, even without coining, can probably finish right like close in the top 500 or top 1,000 for sure. So you'll get a little bit, but as you go up, you can see that there are better rewards. But the best thing in the event basically is this, and it's going to cost you 1,500 coins, which if we go into the packages, you get 100 of these in the main package. So if we go in here, right here, you can see the she wolf golden coins. You get 100, triple down 3 times, you're at 900. You got to get to 1,500, so you got to use 3 more double downs. You're looking at $600, but it will be cheaper because you're going to get some stuff for free in the game also. So it will be a little bit cheaper than $600. Why is it good? Because you could pick basically any awesome general in the game on the officers and a couple subs, and they're really good. But to be honest, they're a little bit overpriced for $600. Usually, like, you've had chances at CMON, like in that last pickaxe event, giant pickaxe, whatever it's called, giant expedition, you could in theory get him for like $20 if you're on a cheap server, or get him for like $300 on most servers, because most people aren't really spending on that event. So these are pretty overpriced, I would say. But you know, if you're spending on main event packs anyways, this is just free, right? If you're going to be full caking, you're going to get 10 packs. You might be able to get 2 of these generals in there, maybe 3 with all the double downs and triple downs you're using. So it's like just free stuff on top of what you're getting. And again, that's what this event is all about. Looking at these generals, I personally don't think she's that great. Like, she's obviously really good, but in comparison to Siege Assistant that's already, you know, fully spec'd out, you're good to go. She's not going to add too much to it. Now, the problem's going to be, can you pair them? And this one has a skin. So, and her skin is pretty good. Range and siege defense up and siege attack up. So it does help out. Now let's go into her. I don't know. Are they married? Is this her husband? So if we go into here, I guess this is like the Gladiator Part 2 event. And he's awesome. So I recommend anyone who likes siege attacks, you got to get him. I'm getting him. I'll get him later in the event, just hoping and waiting that Trial of Knights comes out. And this comes out with more attack and siege and siege HP if you do get his skin. So this is the key to the event, getting these generals. It kind of always is. The shop here, there's nothing really great in here. Everything's kind of random or stuff that you're going to get all the time anyways. This is the most important thing in there. That's what you should be grabbing. Now, you also, every time you spend in the firework event, you do get some chests, and they have items in there for you, gems, and then you get entered into a lottery that you're probably not going to win. So champion, we can go look at the champion, and the champion does have a skin, and the skin is enemy range HP, debuff, and siege, and range attack. Pretty good. So you're going to have to spend money to get her. I do think there's better value in spending money than this. You got to get 170 of these. So you can buy in this event if you want to use doubles and triple downs to get her. I personally would probably only use double downs, not triple downs, but I know some people want to get it over with, and they want to get all those spins over with to get her, because it's kind of, you know, I guess it's pick your poison where you want to waste your money, right? Like, really, that's what it comes down to. Like, do you want to get more of the daily pack, which is better, or do you just want to rip off the Band-Aid and get her quicker so you don't have to keep buying the pack that's not something that most people do want? So that's pretty much the event in a nutshell. We can look at the champion. We've all seen her already, and she does have really good skills. So at that it's about $400 to get to cake 5 to get her, I believe. And attacking siege machine attack, that's really nice, and it gets up to 75%, but realistically you'll get to like 40% and then be stuck there for a while. And enemy range attack, most people who are at the larger level, they are capping out most of the range attack they're playing against, except for the super whales. And if you're not on a very big alliance or server, then you probably don't have to worry about it, because the people you're facing don't have that 6,500 range attack. When defending main city, enemy ground troop attack, only really important for the smaller people who probably aren't spending as much and actually care about having that extra little bit of debuff. So anyways, that's my recap of where you can spend, where you can save money. And two final things to talk about. Royal Glory, this is the best value in the event for sure. It's free. Download the game on PC if you're worried about it spying on you. I did it, and you're worried about it spying on you, just delete it after you get the rewards. Easy as that. So delete it in 10 days, get all this stuff for free. So that's the best value. The packs in here stink. Don't buy them. They're all about getting this flower dream. That's basically people who are big coiners will buy this pack one time just for that, for the March and the buff that goes along with it. And then the other thing that you have to look at is in here when we go to the monthly card, the one that did come out, the champion one. So little confusion. Some people are wondering about the 20%. It's 20% for each of your tickles and cheers and greetings, whatever they're called. But that's the same as 20% overall, right? Like if you do one for 10,000 points, you now get 12,000 points. If you do 10 of them for 100,000, you get 20,000 total extra out of it. But one cool thing with this, so someone showed me that they bought it, and it actually allows you to not have to log in and out. In and out. You could actually just do all 10 greetings at the same time. So that is actually super cool. And also, one more thing I do want to add in is in the cake here, this brand new piece here, it gives you the, not this one, this one, it gives you the opportunity to add attack refines for any troop type up to 5%. So you could get 20% for one troop type, or 5% for each, or 10% and a 5 and a 5. However you want to do it, you get 4 different refines. Each are 5%. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.